This lesson is 45, 45, 90 triangles. Okay, the triangle formed by two consecutive sides of a square and its diagonal, so that's this picture right here, are two 45, 45, 90 triangles. Anytime you're solving for a missing length in a 45, 45, 90 triangle, label it like this, then refer to your formula chart. Okay, so we would have X for the sides, because it's a square, they're all the same, but now we have created these 45, 45, 90 triangles, so this is x to the square root of 2. Okay. All right, and so here they have created it for us like this. So on some formula charts, you will see this picture. On some, you won't see the picture. Sometimes what they'll do is they'll just say 45, 45, 90, x, x, and x to the square root of 2. And you have to draw the picture yourself. But again, you should be putting this onto your pictures. If you will actually put that onto your pictures, it really helps. Let's look at some examples. Okay, so in example 1, the first thing I would like to see you do is put x, x, x to the square root of 2. And so if this x is 5, well, this x is also 5, and this side is 5 times the square root of 2. So AB is 5, and AC is 5 times the square root of 2. Okay, go to example, the quick check. Okay, so please try and do this one yourself. This is x, this is x, and this is x to the square root of 2. So if you don't remember the rule here, we see from our picture that x to the square root of 2 is equal to 4. So we can just solve for it. So we need to divide both sides by the square root of 2 to get x by itself. So x is equal to 4 divided by the square root of 2, which is correct, but we can't leave the radical in the bottom. So we multiply by the square root of 2 over the square root of 2, which is 4 times the square root of 2 over 2, and we can simplify one step further, and it's 2 times the square root of 2. So AB is 2 times the square root of 2, and then BC is also 2 times the square root of 2, because they are both x. So anytime this is an integer in a 45, 45, 90, the leg will be half of that integer times the square root of 2. All right, find the missing sides here. Now this one we can't really just come up with, I mean, we can follow the rule, but we're going to have to do the work here a little bit. X, x, x to the square root of 2. So my picture is telling me that x times the square root of 2 is equal to 3 divided by the square root of 15. So I do the same thing. I want to get x by itself. I divide both sides by the square root of 2, and I get this. I have to get rid of my radical, so I'll multiply by the square root of 2 over the square root of 2, and in the top I get 3 times the square root of 30, and in the bottom I get 2. The factors of 30 are just 1 and 30, 2 and 15, 3 and 10, and 5 and 6. None of those are perfect squares, so this is my final answer. I can't simplify any further. Okay, let's look at the next example. We have the pattern again. Please put x, x, x to the square root of 2. So I know that AB is 2 to the square root of 3. So BC also has to be 2 to the square root of 3. Now what about this side here? Well, we have x times the square root of 2. X is 2 to the square root of 3, and I have to multiply that times the square root of 2, and so I get 2 times the square root of 6. And that is the answer for AC. 2 times the square root of 6. So you're just going to follow the rules. Okay? Continue. And just looking ahead. Okay, here, this one shouldn't be too difficult. X, x, x to the square root of 2. Well, x is 7, so BC is 7, and AC is 7 times the square root of 2. All right? And, okay, good. Seeing how many more. Then the quick check, I think we actually did the same one before, but this is x to the square root of 2. So x to the square root of 2 is equal to 4. Divide by the square root of 2. Okay, x is 4 divided by the square root of 2. Multiply the square root of 2 over the square root of 2. 4 square root of 2 over 2, which simplifies to 2 times the square root of 2. After you practice these, they become much easier to remember the rules. Okay, this one here, x to the square root of 2. X is 2.3, so BC is 2.3, and AC is simply 2.3 times the square root of 2. Okay, hope that you watched the first video before this one. Think that'll be very helpful. And then the practice, just do your best and you'll start to get it quickly. Thank you.